Coming right up is Marvel News number 176. It's going to be a Now Time edition of Marvel News, and we're going to talk about Peter Parker. He's coming back to his body, and his brain's going back in his head. We're going to tell you all about that. Also, Jim Starlin has got more projects planned at Marvel besides that graphic novel we talked about before. More projects. We're going to let you in and low down on that. X-Men Legacy is dead, but it has a replacement book on the slot, on the stands. We're going to tell you what the replacement book's going to be. Nick Spencer has lots to say about Avengers World and the Exhaust Manifold. We'll let you know all about the Exhaust Manifold coming right up. And we're going to wrap it all up with Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 200 is coming your way. Big plans for that. We're going to let you know. All that and more right after this. Here at Alternate Reality, for every $50 you ring up over there on the register, we're going to give you one of these, an Alternate Reality back issue book. Now, each back issue book is good for $5 worth of either boxed back issues, clearance comics, or variant cover sets. Now, these are good forever. They never expire, and you can either use them one at a time or bank them all up and come in and do a shopping spree. That's just another way that your money works harder here at Alternate Reality.
Latitudes plus attitudes equal Marvel News.
Maybe things getting worse is things getting better. Marvel Comic Book News, episode 176. Fluky solid.
Right speed?
Little tape roll. Correct speed. Glorious. Activate. Comic Book Man, activate! Activate!
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man, and welcome once again to my video.
He just needed a reason to hit you.
Bo!
Yes! It's Marvel time! Marvel time! Oh my Lord!
176 episodes in, and he finally figured it out.
It's Marvel
Marvel time. Coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, located at the intersection. I'm going to live in Kedzie, beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood, Alternate Reality, where all my Marvel comics.
Yes!
15% off every day for everyone in this Now Time
Now
edition of Marvel News. First thing we're going to talk about is Peter Parker. I don't know if you've heard or not, but his brain is going back in his body.
Peter's not dead.
Okay, he's not dead. Okay, so what's going to happen?
Amazing Spider-Man #1 ships in April from Dan Slott and Humberto Ramos.
Found a way to reboot the book.
First villain he will face is Electro. By the way, Slott says,
who's in the
no,
movie?
He's not going to look like Jamie Foxx. And the fate of Otto Octavius will be revealed. Now,
He's going to get his own book. Watch. He's going to get his own book.
He's probably going to get his own book. Slott said he always knew how this was going to end. He'd already went out when it was supposed to go. And he would go up to conventions and he would talk to people and they go, so where's Peter? So where's Peter? So where's Peter? He said the only...
Hanging out.
He said he's only told a couple people exactly how he was going to bring him back. The first was Stan Lee because he goes, how can I lie to Stan? The second was Andrew Garfield from the Spider-Man movie because he goes, so you killed me? What the hell? And he goes, okay. And a couple of his close friends. But there was always a plan for Peter to come back because always a plan.
No, really?
There's a movie coming out. He's not.
Where's his brain been?
His brain's
in a box under the bed.
His brain's in the really messed up body of Otto Octavius.
Which is dead, isn't it?
Not anymore, no. For Spectacular Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man 25, apparently, bink, bink. He's alive.
So is Peter going to be messed up when he comes back?
Peter's going to come back to a brand new world in which he's now a doctor, which he wasn't before. Horizon Labs has been blown up. Parts of his family think he's a jerk, and he's going to go, okay, what the hell happened, and how am I going to fix this?
But is his brain going to be messed up?
His brain will be just fine.
And where does Otto's brain go?
That's the
back in the box under the bed.
That's the $64,000 question. What happens to Otto? Because Superior Spider-Man sells quite well.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I will be very much surprised if you do not have a Superior Spider-Man book with Otto Octavius in the Superior Spider-Man costume. When all this is said and done, you'll probably have 2 Spider-Man books. Marvel will figure out some way of doing it.
Yes.
Even if it's a parallel universe, they'll figure out some way of doing it. Because Superior Spider-Man sells quite well.
Quite well.
Okay. As we mentioned on a previous Marvel news, Jim Starlin is doing some work over at Marvel.
Came back.
He's doing a great big huge old graphic novel for Marvel.
100-page graphic novel.
But he's also doing what?
A 4-issue Savage Hulk limited series. I have no idea whether this continuity or not. And he's doing a Thanos annual. Now he's writing and drawing the Savage Hulk, and he's just writing the Thanos annual. We don't know who's drawing it. Maybe he'll bring one of his old Detroit buddies to come in. Somebody like Keith Pollard and let them draw it. And people will go, oh yeah, I remember him. But Starlin's, he's over at DC. DC kind of treated him okay. And he said, yeah, Thanos popped up. I'll go over here and work for Marvel, which apparently has larger checkbooks.
Well, as I've mentioned before, at Marvel, they don't beat you or anything.
No, they don't beat you at all at Marvel. They treat you nicely. They give you coffee and donuts.
Not like they beat you here.
And they give you free comics.
And while I was over at DC, they
I mean, I will say one thing. Okay, I will say one thing.
yes.
I've got an Instagram account.
Good for you.
Everyone on Instagram who works for Marvel, every week they go, look, these are the free books we got from Marvel. I never see any posts from people from DC who get free books.
That's a hint, DC.
I don't know how that works. Should you get a box of cops like everybody else? I don't know.
Okay. Moving on. As you've heard, X-Men Legacy is
going away.
Gone. What's going to replace it on the schedule, you ask? Another X-Men Legacy book? No. Instead, we're going to get the return of the mutant known as...
Nightcrawler's getting his own book. He's an amazing X-Men. It's selling quite well. Chris Claremont, and Todd Knock are doing a new Nightcrawler ongoing starting in April. And yes, the book is replacing X-Men Legacy. Because people go, we really like Nightwing.
Okay.
Nightcrawler. We like Nightwing and Nightcrawler. We like all the characters of the night.
One of the all-new Marvel Now titles that's out there right now is Avengers World. Yes. Avengers World. And the stories in Avengers World in the future are going to revolve around...
every issue is going to focus on one specific team member and their reactions to the missions they're on. The second arc will revolve around the character that everyone seems to think is cool, Manifold. And we will see more international heroes join the team because this is, as Jonathan Hickman made it quite clear, an Avengers World. That means everyone in the world could be an Avenger.
You too?
Yes.
Me?
I am an Avenger.
Am I an Avenger?
Your application's under review.
Oh. Yeah, here's the plunger.
What time's the appointment? Because I want to be late.
6:35.
I'll be there at 8.
Ant-Man clogged up the toilet.
I'll be there at 8.
Ant-Man needs a male nurse.
Manifold. Does she have a partner called Exhaust?
No.
Manifold?
No.
How about Catalytic Converter?
No.
How about Catalytic Converter?
When does he show up?
No.
You know, those Catalytic Converters, people steal them because they got the precious metal.
They do?
Yeah. So she could go around hunting people down that steal Catalytic Converters. This joke's going nowhere. And we're going to wrap it all up with Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, which has got a big movie coming out this summer.
Sure does.
It does?
And there's going to be a backup story number 14.
No trailer for the Super Bowl.
In number 14, which is going to be big.
Dan Abnett and Andy Landing are coming back to work on Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes. They're each writing an individual story for Guardians of the Galaxy 14, which technically, if you follow Marvel's math, will be the 200th issue of a comic starring the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're also writing
200th issue.
They're also writing a Guardians of the Galaxy prelude, which will be set in the Marvel movie universe. And so Abnett and Lanning are coming back to Guardians because for a while people went, they didn't know who the Guardians were. Then they said, well, why don't we let these guys do a Marvel Cosmic? And then people went, hey, these guys are kind of interesting, which led to the Brian Bendis book that's going on right now.
As you mentioned, there will not be a Guardians of the Galaxy trailer at the Super Bowl.
No, they won't.
And that is a thing, though. Hollywood is cutting back on Super Bowl trailers because it's just not cost effective.
Really, if you think about it, you expect the director, James Gunn, to cut together a 30-second trailer for a movie that he's trying to get the rest edited. So, do I have time to work on this 30-second trailer, which will be on YouTube right after this? Or want to just work on a longer trailer, have that trailer come out after the Super Bowl in an actual theater or pop up on Yahoo, and people go, wow, what a cool-ass trailer.
Yeah, but dude, man, it's the Super Bowl.
Well, I
was
reading an article that it's becoming less and less cost effective for theaters, for the movie studios, to throw money at these movies that are coming out later this year at the Super Bowl. It's not working in there.
Guardians of the Galaxy's opening like April, May or something like that. You're going to have an ad for a film that opens for the Super Bowl's next weekend.
But you just don't get that kind of mass.
So people are going to forget. Yeah. It works with some things. The first Die Hard trailer was during Super Bowl. People went, wow, it's cool. But Die Hard opened like 2 months after that point. You're talking about summer movies. Do you really need to advertise a summer movie in February? No. People go to you know what big deal movie premiere trailers are? Yahoo. They go to Yahoo. That's where it is. Or Apple. Super Bowl's become like, it costs a lot of money. We don't have that kind of cash.
And that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more Marvel news. Go to the store's website. Check out all the Marvel news. Bo sends me. I post up there. Bo.
Yes.
It's now time, son.
Sarah, tell him.
Hey, how much does a branding iron cost?
So go to the store's website. Check out all the Marvel news that Bo sends me that I post up there. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Bo
saying,
Keep on dancing, baby.
He's ivory. I'm ebony.
It's true.
See, white,
Below
black.
the waist.
See? White,
See?
black.
See?
Below the way.
Bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.